The United States and Canada are natural partners in agriculture. Thanks to our shared standards and the successful integration of our supply chains, we trade $50 billion bilaterally in food and agricultural commodities each year. The American and Canadian meat and livestock industry is a perfect example. Many Canadian cattle and hogs move south where there is an abundant feed supply and nearby processing facilities. This trade in livestock gives American meat processors the flexibility to address gaps in supply, allowing plants to run at full capacity and making the sector as a whole more efficient and competitive with other trading blocs and nations. This integrated market supports jobs, families, and communities across rural America. However, U.S. mandatory country of origin labeling, or COOL, has disrupted U.S. supply chains, leading to significant costs and inefficiencies. What is COOL? It's the mandatory retail labeling of a range of products with origin information.
So what is not cool about COOL?
For most products, nothing. But origin labeling for beef and pork, where cattle and hogs may have lived in more than one country, creates significant challenges for an integrated sector. Why? Because this labeling requires the segregation of Canadian and U.S. animals, and requires the meat from these animals to be kept separate at each step of the supply chain. This leads to significant costs that add up quickly for the entire sector. Segregation creates costs for extra pens on farms, and U.S. meat processors are only able to accommodate animals of a particular origin on certain days, at certain plants, or in many circumstances, not at all. Extra record-keeping costs extend from producers to processors to distributors to retailers. Although these costs occur throughout the entire U.S. supply chain, they are passed upstream and borne disproportionately by Canadian cattle and hog producers. It's for this reason that the World Trade Organization has, in multiple rulings, found mandatory COOL to violate the international trade obligations of the U.S. So let's fix COOL for beef and pork once and for all. This can only be achieved through a legislative change that eliminates the segregation of imported livestock and the meat derived from those animals. Let's bring back the competitive, integrated meat supply chain. Let's support jobs, families, and communities by fixing COOL.